Another week of On the Couch with Dan and Dane, and today we want to talk about if you've got 200 grand in your skyrocket, would you buy 2 properties or 1? What do you reckon, Dan?
Ooh, it's hot off the press, right? I think it's really going to come down to what your borrowing capacity. Like you can have the cash sitting in your old skyrocket, right? But if you've only got the borrowing capacity for $400,000 of borrowing because your income might be lower, this might just be a small lump sum of cash you've come into. Like you might not even be able to do 2 properties. You might only be able to do 1 property that is at like 600,000, and you have a smaller loan attached to it and everything like that, and it's probably more highly geared towards you as well.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you do have the capacity to buy 2 properties, I think I'm weighing up what I'm actually trying to achieve. Am I 20 years old and I've got 40 years for this property to perform, or am I 50 years old and I've got 10 years to be able to buy this property and it needs to perform rapidly and minimize my risk? Because if it probably comes down to anything, it'd be absorbing what your risk is and how much time you've got for these portfolios to perform. So what probably my answer is,
Here's what?
yeah. If you're young, I might be doing 2. If you're a bit older, I might be going for one, a higher premium nature.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I always think to myself, like you said, if the borrowing capacity is not an issue, quality over quantity. You don't want to be a slumdog millionaire with 1 million properties out in bloody Gundawindi or something like that. I've got I was born in Dolby, right? Like there's houses out there that 200 grand. They're cheap for a reason.
Cheap. And they probably rent pretty well out there as well, but you're not going to see much capital growth out.
Absolutely. It's about having if you have a couple really solid properties that perform over the market standard, then it can really change your outcome for the future. That's it for this week. See you next week for On the Couch with Dan and Dane.